U.S. House of Representatives rejects plan to leave Afghanistan by year's end. In a strong bipartisan endorsement of the Obama administration's policy in Afghanistan, the House of Representatives on Wednesday soundly rejected a call to withdraw American troops by the end of the year. After a 3-hour debate held to allow anti-war Democrats to air their dissent, the House voted 356 to 65 to reject the withdrawal proposal. 5 Republicans joined 60 Democrats in support of pulling out. 189 Democrats and 167 Republicans were opposed. And although the outcome was never in doubt, debate on the resolution, written by Representative Dennis J. Kucinich, Democrat of Ohio, offered a preview of congressional consideration later this year of the administration's request for money to pay for operations in Afghanistan, an 8-year-old war going on 9. Under the proposal, the Democrat would have invoked the War Powers Act to force the withdrawal of American troops within 30 days, or by the end of the year if the President judged that a more rapid departure would be unsafe. The plan's supporters contended that the United States was aiding a corrupt government in Afghanistan and siphoning scarce resources for the sake of an unwinnable conflict when there were greater needs at home. Is the cost of this war worth it? Asked a representative from Maine. Can we afford to turn our backs on the challenges we face at home and continue to pursue failed policies abroad? But a broad coalition of Democrats and Republicans contended that American troops were making progress in Afghanistan and that an abrupt withdrawal would create an opening for the Taliban to return to power and allow Afghanistan to become a haven for terrorists again. And some say, is that not what will happen anyway when the United States leaves, which it will have to someday? Passing this resolution guarantees failure in Afghanistan and poses a serious risk that we will once again face the same situation that existed on September 11th, said Representative Ike Skelton, Democrat of Missouri and chairman of the House Armed Services Committee. Others said that the timing of the resolution was inappropriate given the American offensive around Marja in southern Afghanistan, and that it sent the wrong message to troops in the field as well as to their families in the United States. It is a resolution that is hurtful to our troops on the ground fighting and is hurtful to their families, said Representative Duncan D. Hunter, a California Republican who served in Afghanistan as a Marine. Democratic leaders said it was Congress's responsibility to allow lawmakers the chance to exchange views on the war because Congress provided the money for operations that have, so far, claimed the lives of slightly more than 1,000 American military members, with many more injured. This issue needs to be raised, said Representative Steny H. Hoyer, Democrat of Maryland and the majority leader who opposed the resolution. The back and forth was the first opportunity for lawmakers to weigh in on Afghanistan policy since President Obama's December announcement of his plans to add 30,000 more troops before a supposed drawdown of forces in 2011. The administration's decision has frustrated elements of Mr. Obama's own party, who saw Democratic election victories in 2008 as a sign that the public wanted to wind down military operations in both Iraq and Afghanistan. And despite Wednesday's vote, Democrats are likely to give the administration's financing request careful scrutiny when it arrives sometime in the spring. How much longer and how much more money will it take? Showing the conflicting views over the war, even some Democrats who opposed the pullout suggested that the effort in Afghanistan was misguided, given centuries of failed interventions in Afghanistan by foreign powers. History suggests we will not be successful in stabilizing Afghanistan with military force, said a representative of Oregon, a Democrat. Again, showing the conflicting views over the war, even some Democrats who opposed the pullout suggested that the effort in Afghanistan was misguided or in error, given centuries of failed interventions in Afghanistan by foreign powers. And one Democrat said, history suggests we will not be successful in stabilizing Afghanistan with military force. Opponents of the withdrawal said pulling out would lead to renewed oppression of the Afghan people by the Taliban. It would mean the return of nightmarish tyranny to Afghanistan, said one Republican, a representative of Florida. Anyway, and in another development, drone strikes killed 21 in Pakistan. 2 drone strikes since Monday in North Waziristan have killed at least 21 people, possibly including a top local commander. Residents from the area, a stronghold of Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, and a Pakistan security official said. The latest of the strikes, which took place on Wednesday evening, killed 12 people when 7 missiles slammed into a private compound and 2 vehicles, one of which was presumed to be rushing to aid the victims, residents said. Before opening its offensive against the Taliban in South Waziristan last fall, the Pakistani army had struck a deal for the commander to remain neutral and not join the fight. So now, will his followers join the fight? But now that he has possibly been killed by a drone strike? Does that take care of their neutrality? And another development. Iranian leader and Gates trade jabs in Afghanistan. The Iranian president visited Kabul on Wednesday and shot back at American allegations that Iran was providing support to Afghan insurgents, accusing the United States of playing its own double game. Yes, and again, there's something much more going on here. Much bigger. And everything is connected. All things that must change quickly or rapidly. They must change for the better. Because these are the end times transition days. There is a transition. It's happening. It's going on all around the world. It is a process. Day by day. And these are more signs.